To be able to run I think the word you used earlier was lean. Like that's a very lean operation.
Hmm.
That I would guess then when you say, and I asked you off air, so I know the answer, but the audience doesn't. I asked if your father was an active CEO. To run a company like that, he must be involved at every level still.
He
Then,
is
yeah.
every single day. He's turning 70 this year, and I say that because I'm so proud of him and everything that he has done. But it's hard for me to see him getting older because I
Yeah.
remember when he was my age and how much he was already doing in the organization. He's been in this industry for about 50 over 55 years. He has learned it from the ground up.
Wow.
He started pulling weeds at, the office yard, and he worked his way through high school and college, really started traveling with my grandfather after graduating college,
Mm.
married and had us kids. And really, our family grew the business. It was really big for us in the 70s and 80s. That's when the Transilift became known and became a global crane, and we started doing
Mm.
global projects. Um, but yes, it is really interesting to see the transitions between the generations.
Yeah. I wonder what are some of the. Now, I've worked in a family business for years, off and on a little bit more, but what are the challenges when you're running a family business? Where do the hiccups happen? Is it the communications? You kind of know where to poke somebody, like where or is it just trying to get stuff done, and it's a different sort of thing that if you were at a company that you just work there, you provide a proposal and write it out. Whereas family, it's a little more like you got to sit there, look the person right in the face, and like this is how I need to do this. Like what sort of the hiccup that you run into with family?
Well, so fortunately, my father and my brother and I all get along very, very
Yeah.
well. And, I have uncles who have worked with the business since
Mm.
I was a little girl who are still very involved and are very key ingredients in the business. And so obviously, there's a delicate balance between family dynamics there.
Yeah.
But we all get along, which is great. I think the transition between the generational changes, what has worked
Yeah.
so well for the first and the second generation, and that transition, what's working between the second generation and third generation, but also staying current with modern technology,
Mm-hmm.
understanding, how the equipment's changing, how the industry standards for safety are changing, what are the needs of your employees going forward, and seeing, up and coming younger generations and what do they need. So I think that that's kind of where the
Yeah.
challenges lay. Um, but communication, to me, I go back to communication all the time. You've got to be able to communicate with your family members and with your employees and with your customers. I think that, ensuring that you're staying relevant while you're evolving in the industry, but having a really good, sound business
Mm-hmm.
philosophy is important. My grandparents' philosophy was treat your employees well and never lose a customer.
Mm.
And I still believe in that philosophy today. I think it's challenging again with the transition between the generations and the newer generations. But that's what makes it exciting. That's what is so great about working with the people around you.
Yeah.